Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob here, once again with another video, and today is episode 13, I believe it is, in my horror hangouts with Uncle Bob that I've been doing over the course of Halloween, and then I'm still carrying on doing them because I watch all the horror franchises over the course of October and November, so this is episode 13 of Horror Hangouts with Uncle Bob, and in this episode we're going to be looking at the first four, or at least the first four Halloween films that star Michael Myers, but not including Season of the Witch, which I don't like and have no, I just don't include it. I just always associate Halloween films with Myers, and yeah, I just don't include it. Yeah, so those are the first four Halloween films. So, yeah. Um, right, so we're going to be doing obviously the first one. Yeah, so 1 to 4. Obviously, the first one is the most iconic. Halloween '78, I guess. Yeah, it's just really fantastic. I mean, you can't say more than what it is, really. I mean, it's the one that started it all off, and just yeah, it's pretty good, really, to be honest. You can't see much more. Can't say much more. It's arguably the best one, but maybe the second one might be in some ways better, but if not just as good. I think maybe the first one is probably. I'll probably have to go with the first one because I saw that. I just saw it for the first time when I was. I think I saw it the first time when I was about maybe 12 or 14, probably too young, probably back in the day, many moons ago, years ago. And I was probably too young to watch it, but yeah, saw it for the first time and I thought it was, fantastic. And then from then on, I just grew up liking horror films, and then yeah, and then for the last, oh blimey, 25 years it must be, I've just liked horror films. Yeah, and this is brilliant. It's arguably the best one. So iconic, just fantastic all the way through it, and you can't say anything bad about it, to be honest. Right, now obviously the second one, which is pretty much a continuation of the first one. It's almost like the second, well, it is the second one, but it's all like a two. It's only one and two, sort of like a two-part. Well, it was made a couple of years after, but it's almost like it carries on straight after, which is just fantastic. So, the beginning of the second one is the ending of the first, which is just fantastic. Just a fantastic ending. Uh, just a fantastic beginning of the second one. I just think that it's just such a fantastic beginning to it, just carrying on from the first one, and then yeah, just going into that. For me, this is just fantastic. It's, to be honest, probably maybe could be my favourite horror film, or at least my favourite sequel. I know Child's Play 2 is pretty up there, but considering sequels, this is just probably the best sequel probably ever made, and it's probably my favourite Halloween film, to be honest, if not the first one. And it's just, yeah, it's just amazing, really. And again, like the first, it's just as good, but if not better, in some ways. And yeah, again, like the first one, there's nothing, you can't say a bad word about it. Everything's fantastic. Well, even though I know the mask is slightly different than the first, that's the only real change, but still pretty good mask. I still think I may prefer '78, the original, but Mask in 2 is still pretty strong. And Myers is still pretty strong in this. Strong cast, and it's fantastic all the way through. You know, going through the hospital and killing people. It's just, it's just really fantastic, and it's pace is good, and it's just all good, to be honest. It's really fantastic. Nothing you can't say it ain't good. It's just brilliant. Yeah. We go on to the fourth one, because obviously you go through the third one. So the fourth one. This is where probably actually the movie poster mask was an indication it was going to get sort of either the same as the first couple and just be as good, but unfortunately, yeah, it was not the case. And it has a lot of problems. Well, first of all, as you know, we know it's not as good as the first two. We know that for a fact. And yeah, it's got a lot of things I think that are wrong with it. In particular, the mask that just looks quite bad. Probably one of the worst masks. Myers himself, yeah, for me, looks too skinny. From when you see, he looks massive and solid built. In this, I think he looks too. I know he still kills people and looks quite menacing, but I think he's too thin on the body for me. I think it doesn't look as big like it should. It's almost like shrunk from the first two. So the way he looks, the mask, maybe the acting. And yeah, maybe the pace is not as good as the first two. Maybe it's a bit too quick when he kills people. And yeah, there's a few issues in there. But on the positives, I think this actually starts off quite well when he comes out when he's in hospital and when he's comatose. I think from then that hospital scene and when he escapes, I think that's pretty cool, good. And then when you see him with a bandage mask on, I think that's quite good as well. I think when it starts getting to all sort of like the middle of the film, that's when it sort of starts. Because you see Myers and it's a bit, just looks strange with that mask. And yeah, I think from then it starts to get a bit better. Sort of maybe like towards the last 20 minutes, half an hour of the film. Then it gets alright. Then there's a few silly bits I don't think look very good and look believable. Looked a bit too far-fetched, like him standing on top of the moving vehicle. Yeah, I don't even think that could be even possible. For me, that was a bit silly. The ending, don't think was very good. So yeah, there's a few things that are alright, but a few things that are quite bad. But I think it does have the nostalgia factor. I think even though I think it's still quite fun for what it is, even with the problems, and I still enjoy it more than the more recent ones, at least anyway. So yeah, it's fun, but got a lot of problems. And then obviously the fifth one. The fifth one, to be honest, I think the fifth one is quite strong, to be honest. I think the fifth one, in many ways, is actually stronger than the fourth. And I know people don't agree with that. I know that people say about the mask. Yeah, the mask with the hair, long hair on it looks a bit funny, but I think that was probably because I just actually I thought about that the other day when I watched it again. I think that's supposed to be long hair, sort of like it's supposed to be where it got wet previously when he ended up in the river from the fourth one. Or the beginning of the fifth, you see him going in the river. I think is that supposed to be just like, his hair's got wet from that? Not too sure anyway. Anyway, it's a totally different mask. Yeah, it probably don't look that great, but I think it does look better than the fourth mask, to be honest. I think Myers in itself, he looks more bigger built. He looks more Myers-like. He looks more tougher and just more physically posing rather than in the fourth where it looks a bit skinny and just, yeah. But in this I think it looks way better. And I think in general this movie is better than the fourth. I think not only the pace of it with the kills. I think it's timed quite well. Could maybe say the storyline maybe maybe questionable, not as good maybe previous. I think it's all right. Yeah, and I think it's just a generally good film all the way through. So I think the timing is good, the kills, pace. Myers looks get better. I think it's just a really strong Halloween film. To be honest, I think this is one of these Halloween films that you could just watch. Well, I watch them every Halloween anyway, but I mean it's just one of those ones that you could just watch. That just needs to be on at Halloween. It just seems like a perfect Halloween film. And there's a lot of good scenes in this as well. I think yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, so that's the first 4 Halloween films that I'm going to be watching, or I've watched. I've watched now, but I've only just got around to doing this video. So I'm going to be doing the next 4 Halloween films on the next episode. So join me for that. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more vids. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, bye for now. See you soon.